bro, I know we took some of that earlier, and then I took that shit back. I was like, whew, that shit crazy.
Damn. Nah, it went down the wrong hole. That's what it
Oh,
was.
I feel you. Oh shit. As long as they're on focus, y'all can just post up. You guys are good now. Yeah, but dude, we're literally starting to get paid on there. We're on the road to like 600K on that shit. You know what's crazy? Like for me, like to give you like a little background of like me, like that's how all of this like originally started. You know, like we were just doing vlogs type shit. Like it wasn't even like I was trying to do anything. You know what I mean? And then you know, like most successful people, they'd be like, oh, it just kind of happened, or oh, I didn't plan for it to go this way, and then it did. Like I always like when I'd watch those videos, they'd be like, bro, y'all swear, like y'all like really tried to do this, like don't even show out.
Oh yeah.
And then for me, it just organically started building a fan base and shit like that. And then I was doing like, have you ever heard of cart narcs?
No, I haven't.
So cart narcs is basically like some white fool will walk around a parking lot and he'll see people that like leave their carts out, and then he'll like go up to them and he'll be like, hey, but like put your cart back type shit. And then he'll make content off of it. People getting mad, they just throw their carts wherever.
Yeah.
So I worked at Food for Less. So then that's how it originally started. Like I was just pushing carts, talking shit about people leaving their carts all across the parking lot type shit. And then people were fucking with it. And then one of my fans called it, hey, like we're going to call it the Cart Chronicles. And I was like, okay, cool. We're going to call it Cart Chronicles. So then one thing led to another. And then people were like, oh, you should start doing YouTube. And then I was like, I mean, fuck it, I guess. I don't know. So then I bought a camera, that one right there. And then I was walking around vlogging. I was like, this shit weird as hell. I was like, I'm not finna walk around like be one of those people. No shade to like vloggers type shit. But I was like, that wasn't really resonating with me. Then I was like, all right, how could I get paid to learn? Because I went to college, but I wasn't checking that either. I was like, nah. So then I was like, oh, podcasting. I can talk to a little bit of everybody and I can still get paid for it. And then you could be like a forever learner.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So then one thing led to another, and here we are, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. I've been watching for a while. I've been seeing, like I said, you've been consistent. I actually seen, like, you were going to the DP parties, like, interviewing people and stuff like that. We were actually just talking about that.
Oh, really?
Like, yeah, I don't know, like, you, like, inspired, you know, like, me a bit. Just seeing, like, you come from, you know, like, 209 and stuff like that. It's like, just watching your numbers, like, go up, you know, like, up and up.
It's crazy, bro. Like, it's really... It's surreal to me, and it's a blessing. Like what we was just talking about, like with like going to the Bay and stuff like that. I definitely feel like there's ceilings to things. You know what I mean? Like you outgrow one place, then you go to another, and then you outgrow that. And like a lot of artists in the Bay feel like there's a roof there. You know, like for growing. Like, have you ever heard of Kid Lords? They work really close with the Coterie Den sometimes, like the main engineer there.
Maybe, but I'm not sure.
It's like a group of like 4 people. Like
they perform.
Yeah, three guys and then one girl.
Okay, yeah.
And then one girl, and they do like hyperpop. I don't know if you ever heard of hyperpop.
I didn't see the girl, so maybe not. But 3 guys.
Yeah. So like with them, they talk about like I want to go to LA type shit because I feel like I hit the roof in the Bay. And it's crazy because people like me would want to go to the Bay just to try to get like a bigger audience type shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I was kind of curious for you. So obviously you're from the 209, right? You're from DP. When did you move out there to the Bay?
Honestly, probably like last year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, last year.
Was it like a music thing, or was it kind of just one of those things like family and stuff you moved out?
More so like opportunities. I don't know. We just felt like it was more so like more opportunities out there than out here. Yeah. Wait,
so when you first moved out there, were you already like, okay, I'm gonna go out here strictly for music, and I'm gonna just see what happens, or was
like music, yeah, that was a thing in my mind too. Like I knew like it was gonna be like way more opportunities, just knowing like it was the Bay Area.
And then how was it for you? Because like for me personally, I like to curate to get everyone to see you. You know what I mean? So like obviously you were in DP for like, would you grow up there or no?
Yeah,
you grew
up
there?
I was out there I think since like preschool, pretty much.
Oh shit!
Where I remember.
Were you like were you born there as well, or you were just raised out there?
Yeah, I was born in Madeira.
In Madeira?
Yeah.
Okay. Because, like, for me personally, I wasn't born here. I'm from the Bay. But then all of my family, like, moved out here because it's mad cheap, you know? And then I've been here, like, my whole life. But the music scene wasn't really popping out here. You know what I mean? There's not really much. So for you out in DP, I never heard of anyone coming out of DP. So when you told me, you're like, oh, from Dos Palos, I was like, what the fuck? I was like, bro, that's tight. Like, what the fuck? So how was that for you, girl, like, coming up and stuff like that? And
like, not a lot of people doing it out there.
Yeah.
Honestly, I felt like it's different, like, for people, you know, like, basically what you said is like, what, you do music? Like, a lot of people ask that. Once I put out, you know, like, people would come up to me in school like, oh, you know, I mess with your music. Like, I didn't think, like, you know, like, you'd rap. Like, at work, you know, like, people come up to me like, I say, like, if I tell them, like, I do music, like, what? Like, you do music? Like, stuff like that. So I feel like it's, like, a surprising thing, just pretty much where I come from. I'm going to say for the people out there. And then probably, like, the people knowing me, like, just personality-wise. I'm going to say I'm, like, antisocial a bit. So it's, like, more so, like, what? Like, you rap, you do music?
Yeah. I feel like you definitely have to have some sort of, like, confidence, some sort of swag to be in the to be an artist in general, whether it's rap, singing, anything, because, like, that takes balls, bro. I'll give you your flowers, because, like for me, like, I know people tell me the exact same thing. Like, it takes balls to have all the cameras and then just people watching and then just, all right, go to work. It's like, oh, well, let me cook. Like, the same way that you do for, like, your rap and stuff. Yeah. Was that kind of, like, tripping? Like, were you tripping off of that, really? Like, with people, like, judging you and shit like that? Or you just did you?
Honestly, I don't think people judge me. As far as hometown, I feel like a lot of people support it.
Really?
Yeah.
That's dope. Because I know, like, for me, I never wanted to, like, I'm not going to fake the funk. I'm not. Like, you know how a lot of people, when they get big, they're like, oh, I had all this hate. I had all these. And then now look at me. They want, like, I'm not going to lie. No, not a lot of people didn't fuck with what I did. Yeah. Because, I don't know, I'm just me. Like, she knows me. I'm just stupid as hell. I just be doing me. I don't know. I'm just here. Oh, yeah. You know? So to, like, to do what I did, like, a lot of people have resonated with that, you know, because the same way you, like, would you say you represent DP? Like, do you throw that on your back, or it's kind of just like, that's part of my story? Well,
yeah, I say, like, it's my hometown, but I wouldn't, well, yeah, you could say represent. Yeah? Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Because I know for me, I don't know, like, part of me wants to represent, like, LV, but it's not that serious.
It's just like, it's nothing going on. Yeah, that's what I think too.
You know what it is? Like, it's just like,
but that's where I feel like you got to make something, you know, like, go on eventually, you know, like, when you get it.
Yeah. Yeah. Because that's a good point, actually. Because I think once I get bigger with this, because like we said, it's just been a year, you know. So imagine in 5, with all of the traction I've got in 1 year, imagine in 5 years. You know what I mean? Like, who knows? So maybe I'll put the 209 on my map. Like, oh, that's part of me. You know what I mean? Real. But how has it been for you so far in the Bay? Like,
it's been pretty good, honestly.
Like, in terms of, like, the music and stuff like that, do you feel like it's been easier for you to grow as an artist, or did you enjoy it more out here?
Honestly, yeah, just because, like, if you know DP, everybody knows everybody, and that's been, like, for years. So it's like, you know me for years, you follow me for years. I've been doing music since 2020, putting out, like, on SoundCloud. I started probably, like, for, like, 3 years. And then I started putting it out on, like, all platforms, maybe 2022. So basically I'm saying, like, I feel like all those people, like, have supported me, like, from the beginning. So it's like, if I go out, like, to a new place, like, I could get new listeners, new, like, supporters, like, you know. Yeah.
So, like, when you're recording, how are you recording? Are you, like, recording in a studio, or is it, like, a home studio, or, like, what's the deal? Like, walk me through. You're about to go to the studio and record.
So I just hit up a producer, honestly, like, that I'm close by. I try to, but if it's not close by, like, say, like, I'm out in the Bay Area, I have a producer in Fresno. I'll go to him. Okay. When I was in DP, I had this producer. Well, I still have him, but in Sacramento, I used to go to him. So, I was just, like, traveling, like, whoever I could get to at the time.
Fuck, you go all the way to Sacramento?
Yeah.
Like all the time? Was that, like, one of your go-tos, or not really?
Not go-to, but actually, I just dropped the EP. I recorded my whole EP.
I seen there. That shit was clean, bro. Yeah, that shit was awesome, bro. Okay, so what would you say, like, one of your, like, most favorite songs that you curated was, like, hands down?
Honestly, my SoundCloud ones. Like, if you
Yeah,
listen,
talk about
like,
that.
my voice was, I would say I wasn't serious with it. You couldn't, like, I'm going to say, take me serious, but I'm going to just say, as me being young, it's like, oh, this girl's hard, you know? But
Okay.
if you listen to it now, I say, like, you'd be like, I can't take that person serious, you know? I feel like if the tone would have been different, like, it could still be a hard song. Like, you know what I mean?
What do you think
feel
makes
like
a hard
the
song,
audio,
though?
Like
Like
the
what you're
audio
saying or how
being
you say it?
Yeah, how you say it and it being real and everything. Like, you can't just talk about nothing at the end of the day. It got to be, like, real, too.
Yeah, that makes sense. Do you feel like, does it always have to be, like, real hard shit? Or, like, can you just have fun with it?
Yeah, I was going to say, you could play around sometime, like,
Yeah.
on a, like, I said, like, a hype beat.
Yeah. That makes sense. So, like, do you think if you were to ever, like, just for shits and giggles, like, re-record some of your SoundCloud stuff, do you think it'd come off different? What, like, would you do shit different or not?
No, yeah, we're actually just talking about that. Me and my girl were saying, basically, like, what you just said, re-record them. Like, I was thinking, like, it go, like, way harder just because my tone's, like, totally different. Like, you could basically tell, like, I mean, like, what I'm saying now, like, rather than back then, like, the tone, like I said, it's like you couldn't probably really take me serious, you know, at the time.
That makes sense. Would you so, like, with that, what is one of the things that you say has made you, like, kind of change as an artist? Because, like, what you said about SoundCloud, right? Before, it was you don't feel like people probably would have took you seriously. Over the course of, like, because it's been 4 years now, technically, if you think about it, right?
Yeah.
What are some of the things that have changed you as an artist, you feel, you know?
One thing, tone, for sure. I say I, like, basically before I put out, I'll, like, think about, like, should I put out this song? Like, listen through it, like, maybe, like, a couple times, like, okay, yeah, this is the one, like, I should put out. Like, feel like people will like this as well as, you know, like, I like it as well. Is it music video worthy? Like, stuff like that.
How do you figure that out? Which one's music worthy and not? Because, like, if you're putting out stuff, I mean, like, how are you figuring? Are you asking, like, your girl? Are you asking family? Or, like, how does that work?
That too, yeah. But honestly, the numbers, like, I look at the hypest and then too, like, what I like the most. Like, if I like it the most, I feel like, you know, like, just fuck it. The views are low, like, hey,
Yeah,
we
fuck
could,
it.
you know, like,
if I like it, then fuck it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, I forgot what I was saying.
no, he's straight, man. Okay, so, all right, so, yeah, let's dive into that then. So, like, things that you like, right? As an artist, I seen a little bit you were talking about. You posted a little earlier. I think it was, like, in March or something like that. Like, you as an artist, things that inspired you, and I think you were talking about your grandma, and stuff like that. So, was she the one that kind of got you into music, or, like, talk to me about, like, how you started coming up in, like, your music taste and all of that?
Yeah, I wouldn't say got me into music, but I'd say, like, inspire me to write, you know, like, be a writer. Yeah, because, like, I'm not a freestyler. I'm more so a writer. Like, I'll sit and, you know, I'll just, like, put on a beat and then, like, I'll write. Sometimes I could go and I'll just write a whole song, like, I say, like, 2 hours. And then sometimes I'll take, like, 3-5 days. Not necessarily always, like, I have to take that many days. I'll just pause and then go to next
just hop
day.
back to it.
Yeah, just like that. But what was the question again?
No, you straight. I don't know, bro. No, so the question was talking about you and your inspirations of music, how you started to get your music. No, okay, all right, fuck it. So, no, you straight, bro. We have a lax on this pod, bro. It ain't even that serious. I know it seems serious, but you straight, bro. Okay, so hold on, my fault. Yeah, so that fuck, you made me lose my train of thought, bro.
No, it's good.
What happened? Oh yeah. Well, like your inspirations of music and stuff like that. Yeah. Okay. So, do you feel now like your mindset as an artist has changed as opposed to when you first started? Like, was it okay? I'm gonna do this for fun, and now I'm doing this like I'm trying to get it out the mud. I'm trying to like do my thing, or like what is your views now as opposed to then?
I'd say like back then it was more so like for fun. I say now like it's more so like my mindset is you got to take it serious. Like, you got to be consistent. You got to, like, have quality content, not just put out anything.
That makes sense. Okay, now I remember now I see where I was trying to go with this. So like your writing creative process, right? You were talking like some things it takes you 2 hours, other things it takes you like a couple days, like you'll come back to it. Like for me, I ain't finna lie. Like not a lot of people know this, but like I would love to be an artist one day. Like, but for me, I like I'm not a rapper. I would never try to act like a rapper because like for you, you have that swag, like you have that like. For me, I would say like get that dog in you, like, like you know what I mean. Like when you spit, I know like what you said, like oh you mean what you say.
Yeah.
Like, Tawari, like she doesn't know me. Like if I came out and I hopped on a hard drill beat, right, and I started spit, someone like would look at me like, shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? So for me, I love like, do you know what indie music, like indie as a genre is? Indie, INDIE.
I don't think I do.
Okay, so for me, I love. Oh, okay. So when I first graduated, I dated this girl, and she was the one that put me on. So this is how I could put it. It's like fucking mall music. You ever like walk by like a PacSun or like a Zoomies and shit, and it's like the bands, like it's band music type shit. That's the kind of music I personally like, right? Okay. So for me, I wouldn't be a rapper. I'd be a singer. I would love to sing one day, right? And I have so much life stories and so much things I could talk about, but I don't know how to write. You know what I mean? Okay, so that's why I'm curious. Like for you, like how does that work? When you think of something, are you like, okay, I'm gonna sit and write about when I was little, and then now, like how does that work? You know what I mean? When you're writing a song.
Honestly, I just find the beat and then like say it's like a low melody tone, like I'll like try to write about something real in my life that happened, like something deep, and then say like it's something hype, like I'll try to write about once again something real, but like talking
you want
shit
to talk your
pretty
shit.
much.
You want to talk your shit. Why do you think that is? I feel like especially with I don't know if you guys, obviously you guys probably keep up with all like the latest like hip hop shit, like with the beef. With like Kendrick beef and the Drake beat.
Bro, we were just talking about that.
What do you think about all that?
But we haven't like kept up with it for real. But isn't it like some shit like with them being gay or some shit like that?
Oh, was it? I don't fucking know.
Or like them dissing each other too, right?
Yeah, no, I'm talking about the diss. I didn't know about if they who's gay. Which one was gay?
I don't know. I thought they said like Meek Mill and yeah. Then
I heard I see some shit on Twitter. I don't know if it's
Diddy, that's what it was.
Yeah, and Diddy. I heard Diddy was beating that bitch. That's hella funny. Nah, but did it have to do with me? I thought it was the Kendrick diss and the Drake. No. Who was it? It was J. Cole.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because remember he made the 7 minute thing. Did you hear about that? He made a 7 minute. That was the name of the song. It was called 7 Minute Drill or some shit like that.
Yeah, I just seen a little Shade Room. Yeah, a little Shade Room clip.
Oh, yeah. I'll keep up the Shade Room. Okay, no. So with the fucking beef and shit like that. What I didn't understand with the beef was people were hella like talking shit about J. Cole because he apologized and he took back his diss. Right? Yeah. And he was like, oh, this ain't even that serious, right? Like I'm a grown, like African-American man. Like I'm just here for the people, for my music. It's not that fucking deep. And then everyone was like, you're a rapper. You went bar for bar all these times talking about I'm the hardest rapper, this and that. And for me, I was like, I feel it takes more balls to go out there and be like, hey, look, as an artist.
And just apologize.
Type shit. You know what I mean? But then everyone wants controversy. Everyone wants to hate. They want them to
like
to hate
clash
type shit
and stuff like that.
You know what I mean? I thought that shit was hella dumb. But what were you guys talking about with it? About you guys said you saw it on Shade Room or some shit like that?
Yeah, it was actually that same clip you like were just talking about him apologizing on stage, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I seen that one, and then like I was thinking the same thing. Like, why are they mad that he's apologizing? Like. It's like the bigger person, like
yeah, bro. Like, what the fuck? Okay, but I was getting off track. Your creative process, right? So you said you like to talk about like things that you've been through, and then you want to talk your shit and all of those things. Do you feel like you always always gonna be on that type of timing, or like as an artist, hypothetically, if we're to shoot 5 years from now, like I take you 5 years from now, what's some type of music you would want to make? You know.
Honestly, I want to I'm gonna say get real versatile with my music. As far as my flows, I know I'm already versatile with it. So I say I want to just get into the different genres, you know? I've actually recently played I think it's drill. Yeah, drill type beat. That's big right now. And I was thinking this is something I could hop on. No, it's not. I'm gonna say in my comfort zone, something I've ever, done, but I could hop on it, and I feel like it'd be pretty hard.
On some drill beats and shit. That'd be fire. I know. Yeah, that's a big thing right now, because I know for me, I'm not a big rap head, but didn't it start in the UK and then it started coming in Chicago or something like that? Or
in New York too, right?
Oh, was it New York?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, what would you consider your style? Is it like a Bay Area style? Or is it what kind of rap would you consider yourself as?
Honestly, I don't even know the style. I try to make music for everybody.
Yeah, that makes sense. So you know how you said you always hitting up producers and shit like that? Are they just giving you a whole bunch of different beat packs, or are you going on you guys are making the beat from scratch, or how does that work?
Honestly, for my EP, that was the first time I actually got a pack of beats from a producer, Young Echo, and then usually I just go on YouTube, and then in the description I'll have their Instagram or their email, say hit me up for beat or something like that, or basically you'll have the link. You could go, and then it's on BeatStars or something like that, and you purchase it, and they'll send you the license to it, and then the beat as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Was that I'm curious, when you first hop on your first beat, was that nerve-wracking for you? Do you remember the first the first song, first everything, first time you was in the studio beat, or not?
I low-key think I do. I know the producer, I remember that. I remember it wasn't as good the audio, but I mess with the lyrics. That's the thing. I feel that's one of the ones I'd probably redo just for audio, Yeah. Because I know it's real, it's hard. That's another thing. My views are pretty high on SoundCloud, and I was just starting out. So I feel once again, I said, it could have been way higher. I just could have cleared up my audio.
You know what's crazy? I feel SoundCloud, to a specific niche of people, I feel SoundCloud's still popping.
No,
I don't know if you are you still on SoundCloud or not? Do you still post stuff on Twitter or not?
I don't.
Are you too big for fucking SoundCloud?
No, I just stopped, honestly.
No, because I know some people they're oh no, bro, check out this shit. I'm oh, this is fire. What's that? And they're oh, it's on SoundCloud. I'm what the fuck, But there's some people that are still putting out some fucking heat on there. But like you're saying, right, about the audio and shit like that. That's the exact same way I feel about this shit. Granted, this is the first time I'm using phones, because I just wanted to switch it up, challenge myself, and then ask my audience to help me out. And then these dudes just came in, they're oh fuck it, I'm down, to help you out. I feel you could give, because people ask me all the time, I want to start a podcast and this and that. I'm bro, I can give you 10 bands, right? And you can get all the latest lights, all the latest cameras and shit. But if you're boring as hell, or if you don't know how to get everything out of your guest, or just depending whatever you want to do, it doesn't matter with the gear. You know what I mean?
It's not gonna hit. Yeah.
Nah, so literally the same shit you're saying. You could have all the you could be in the fanciest studio, but if you're hella boof, it's
it's nothing.
The producer could only do so much. You know what I mean? How has that been working with producers now? Is that something that you're kind of more comfortable with, or was it is it still kind of nerve-wracking learning? When I say that, I mean, let's say you're a producer, right? I'm an artist, and I come in. Is it kind of awkward, trying to figure out the flow, and then you guys just hop in the booth, or how does that whole process work, when you're meeting a new producer?
Honestly, with writing, I come in with all my music done, so that's never a problem. I just have them put on the beat, I send it, and then I just go through with it. Yeah.
Okay.
But as far as meeting new producers, I used to want to stick to the same one. Up until I finally switched from the very first one, where I said the audio was not that good, and I noticed the quality was way different. It was just way better. So I was thinking maybe I should try different people out. actually stuck with him, and then that's why I said like, you know, like I was moving different towns, so I had to find a different producer, and then I found another high quality one. So, you know, like it just came to mind, like, you know, I could just try different people out. Like not everyone's gonna be basically not dissing the first one, but how you know the first one was.
Was he just starting out, or was he already?
I think so. Yeah, it was in the garage. Yeah, and then everyone else was in the studio.
Yeah, I mean, shit. I mean that shit's we all gotta start somewhere type shit. But they're like we talking about. There's levels to this shit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. That's dope though. I'm kind of curious now, right? So like, with everything that you're working on right now, right? What is your latest one that's dropping right now? Do you have anything in the vault that you care to share that's dropping kind of soon or
honestly,
stuff like that?
I don't have nothing specific right now, but for the summer, I plan to drop a lot of like just hype music. Like I came out with the EP. I don't know if you listen to like, you know, all 7, but only one of them is like real hype, and the other ones are like, I'm gonna say like low melody type, just speaking like, you know, real stuff. And that was more so, you know, to get ready for the summer, to just drop like a lot of hype music because I want to be like real consistent. Yeah.
With like your creative process, like, is there anyone that you like to mimic, or not mimic, but like kind of like you take away from it, like, oh, like this rapper, I like how he does his flow and type shit. Is there anyone that you take away from that or no?
I'll listen to certain artists and I'll like, I'm gonna say get inspired by it and like, you know, like, okay, this is hard, like I could do something like this, but I wouldn't say necessarily mimic, maybe.
Yeah, okay, yeah, my fault then. Yeah, like something like that. Like who are some of those artists that you like fuck with heavy?
Probably La Russell. Have you heard of him?
Yeah, yeah, you know what's funny? I need to tap in with La Russell actually, because I literally had like, not this interview that I just posted, but the interview before that, the Central Valley podcast. That guy literally was working with La Russell and shit like that. And he's a cool ass fool. Like he was literally in Merced a couple months ago, like doing like a fundraiser thing like that. I need to tap in with him because I know for him, I don't really listen to like rap heavy, but I know what he talks about is kind of like in the same like alley that like you're talking about. Like he talks about real shit. He talks about like his life, his struggles and shit like that. I think he'd be someone really, really fucking dope to get on. But yeah, I need to tap in with that fool. Who else is some people that you
real
really
young, honestly, that you probably might want to tap in with?
Put me
on. He's from Merced.
Wasn't it?
Malachi, I believe he goes by now.
Mally?
Yeah, Darrell Mally. He used to go by.
Okay.
But yeah, he has a couple of his songs. Pretty nice though.
Yeah.
Yeah, he speaks about a lot of real stuff. I'm gonna say he reminds me of La Russell, J. Cole, Meek Mill. Like, you know, like a lot of like rappers that talk like real stuff. Yeah. Yeah, and then his flow too, like it's real.
It just goes dumb, it goes crazy. Well, so like I know we already kind of like touched on it, but like we were talking about like your inspirations and stuff like that. Do you feel like what I'm kind of curious about is like, why do you feel the need like to rap about like the real things in your life as opposed to writing, like, I wouldn't say writing trends, but like talking about like guns and this and that and all of these things? Like, do you feel it's necessary in the rap game? This is not necessarily like towards you, but just like in general. Yeah. Do you feel it's necessary to talk about all of that specific lane of things in the rap game, or no?
Honestly, what you're talking about, like guns,
like, yeah, I know I'm kind of like stereotyping, but it's like, it's pretty true. Like, I feel like if I throw on any rap song, like from Drake to someone opposite, like fucking Logic or something like that, right? I feel like they all talk about like the most generic thing,
like real stuff.
Yeah. Do you feel like that's necessary? Like that's necessarily necessary to talk about those things? Like, do you feel, or they do it because that's what hits?
I was gonna say, yeah, probably that, but no, I get what you mean. Like, I don't think it's more so like necessarily. I feel like it's more so, like you said, like it's what's getting out right now. So let me just, you know, keep on.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because I know for me, that's why I stopped listening to rap. Because I used to listen to rap heavy. Like in junior high, that was my shit, right? But then I found myself, I was always so fucking angry, bro. Like I was always on like some demon time, like Black Air Force energy, like type shit. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And then I feel like music curates a vibe, you know? Like if you listen to La Russell or you listen to anybody else, if you constantly listening to that type of shit, you feel like on that type of, like you really resonate with that artist, you know? And like, so for me, I always felt like I love music. I'm a music head. I love music so much. So I know for me, that was really like, like I'm always on that shit. And then once I stopped listening to it, I was like, I don't really like feel like so hostile type shit. But that's what I was kind of curious about. Do you think all these rappers really live what the fuck they're talking about? Have you ever heard anyone that you like I want to kind of talk to you about that. Like I know DP's kind of shiesty, like everything, you know, but I know, like let's be real, like fucking Drake, for example. Drake makes great music, but I don't see Drake out there in fucking Chirac, Chicago with Draco fucking like fucking going, you know what I mean? But he's talking about, if a rapper comes at me and they test me, I'm gonna fucking let it rain. Like, no, you're not. You know what I mean? Do you but yeah, do you get what I'm saying about all that or no?
No, yeah. Me personally though, I've never like, I'm gonna say talked about it as far as me doing it. But I get what you mean, like as far as other people, you know, like talking about them doing it, and it's like you're not really doing it.
Have you ever run into any artists that like you listen to and you're like, you ain't really about that or not?
Honestly,
obviously,
I've just ran into. I'm not even gonna lie. I've just ran into like independent artists, like you know, like recently, like the shows I go to, pretty much. Oh,
like in the Bay and stuff like that. I'm kind of curious. Would you all like? I feel for every artist that would be like the one day goal. But then if you look at artists like Russ, that they always want to be an independent artist. Would you ever want to sign to a label, or would you ever, like, is that the goal for you, or would you rather stay independent?
Honestly, seeing how independent is going, like, I'm going to say, like, with other artists, you know? I feel like, you know, I could do it myself as well. But, you know, like, I'm going to say if they offer, you know, like, the right amount of money, the right amount of, you know, like, things said, you know, like, this sounds right, and it doesn't sound like, it's just for the time being, or, it's going to change up then, you know, maybe. But right now, I'm just sticking to independent.
Because I feel it's definitely kind of tricky as being an artist and going and like getting deals from a record label, because of all the artists that have talked about like, they got fucked over and this and that. It's like they promise X, Y, and Z, and then
they don't get it.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I feel like that makes sense. Like that could be probably really scary as an artist, you know, like fuck, this guy's waving like shit that are my dreams in my face, but it's like, do I really sit there and you know what I mean? But yeah, okay, so let's talk about some other shit. So I feel like right now, right, you had a good amount of fucking songs. I didn't remember it off the top of my dome. How many songs have you put out already?
Honestly,
because that's what I was saying. Like, because I was looking through all your stuff and I was like, "Fuck, this is a lot of fucking songs." And then usually I have my tablet, but I didn't have it on me right now. But how much? Do you even know how much you've made or no?
I don't, like, off the top, but with SoundCloud included, I say probably like 80 maybe. That's with SoundCloud included. Without, maybe like 12, maybe 11 without. If not, maybe like 20, something like that.
Oh, like on all platforms like Spotify and shit like that. How do you post on Spotify? I know that sounds kind of stupid, but like I'm trying to post my fucking podcast on Spotify, and that's just not working. So like, what do you like?
Honestly,
how does that work as an artist?
DistroKid. It's a like music platform. You could probably go through there. Just say you're a producer, or I don't know honestly like what you put like you are, but they have like a list of things. I put artists obviously, but basically you get 100% of your revenue. They take nothing, and you get paid for, you know, like the work you put out. Oh,
okay. Yeah, because I know it took me like, I don't know if I did it wrong, or I had booth Wi-Fi, bro, but it took like 18 hours to post one fucking, like, to fully upload a whole podcast. And I was like, I'm not finna be on that type of shit, bro. You know what I mean? Can you make sure those things are good real quick? Check those real quick. How you doing though? You good? You straight? You want to take a bathroom break or anything like that? Are you good? Okay.
About DistroKid that I to pay extra if you don't want their label to be, you know.
Oh, it's like a watermark or some shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
what the fuck?
Their label as that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, really? I didn't know you could take that shit
I didn't
off.
know that either.
Oh,
I
shit.
think it's like $12, something around.
Oh, that's fire. What the fuck? I didn't know that. Hold on. Hey, give me like 2 minutes, bro. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. Is that cool?
I bet, yeah.
Bet that. How you feeling though? You feeling okay? You comfortable? Everything good? Okay. So why are you straight?
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I tried doing it because I uploaded one song on Spotify, and they had that watermark like, production by DistroKid. It had a different name.
No, I know what you're talking about.
And then I went onto the DistroKid website, and it was like, remove producer watermark and add your own.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like $12, something like that.
Oh, okay.
Like extra a year. And I was like, man, I should do it, but like I haven't really been really interested in releasing it on Spotify. I'm mainly like, I want to upload it on YouTube, TikTok, because I do get views there and likes. It's just there's not enough traction with the kind of music I make.
Okay.
It kind of sucks because I don't know if I'm not engaging the right audience.
Probably, yeah. That, because honestly, like I was saying, in San Jose, there's a lot of, like rock, band. Like me personally, I don't like listen to it on the daily, but like as far as performing, I could sit and listen and enjoy it,
Yeah.
We actually went to a performance that were a lot, like most of them were, like rock people. They were just performing all rock songs, and they were actually pretty hard. And, I feel like if you go out, like, to, stuff like that, you could connect with a lot of them. They, like, follow you. They'll tell you, like, their, like, social medias after. Tell you, what they liked about your performance, stuff like that.
Yeah, I really want to get into the scene. It's just hard. Like, I'm by myself. I'm doing a solo kind of thing. But, like, I got band members. It's just they're too young.
Okay.
Yeah.
What the fuck are we talking about? Are we talking about, like, bands and shit, or what?
Yeah, about me going to a band. It's just I'm doing a solo project.
Yeah.
Myself, and then my bandmates are too young to be able to go to, like, bars or venues.
Yeah, I heard about that. A lot of venues, like, they're all 21 plus and shit like that.
It sucks.
Oh, yeah.
How's that one over there? Is it cool?
Good. Yeah, it's still been in focus.
Bet that. I was kind of curious. So we were talking. I wanted to talk to you about like your shows and stuff, like because you've already done I think on the last one you said 9, right? Or like, or how many is it now?
This one would be my 10th.
Oh, it's 10th. Okay.
Yeah, the last one I did.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
How has that been? What was your first show? Hella nerve wracking, or like you just?
Honestly, I don't remember. Wait, actually, yeah, I do.
You don't remember? Okay,
no,
talk
I
to
do.
me.
Yeah. Yeah. I wouldn't say it was nerve wracking, but it was like I'd say I was nervous because the crowd was big. One, it was in Merced at the McNamara Park or something like that. It was like pretty big. It was a Juneteenth thing, so it was packed.
Okay.
And I got a lot of support there, so I wouldn't say like I was, that nervous, but like. I don't know the stage fright. I'm gonna say popped in like as soon as I got the mic, but as soon as I started performing, it was like okay, yeah. I can do this.
How did you land that first gig? Did you know the person, or how did you end up getting on this?
Honestly, a person that knew my aunt, my grandma, basically you say like a family member, Miss Donna. You may know her like from Dos Palace, maybe not, but she got me the gig.
Okay. So like when you first got on there, you said you're like, shit, and then you just like did your ducky. Was it like, fuck it, I'm gonna keep going, or like what? Like I've always been curious about artists that like, cause I love going to shows. So what are they thinking like while they're up on stage? Like for you, is it like, damn, like all these people are looking at me, are they judging me, or what's going through your head while you're performing?
Honestly, it'd be like, hopefully I don't mess up. That's the only thing, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then your first show was over here in Merced, and then now your most recent show, that was in the Bay, right?
Yeah.
That was
actually I wouldn't say like a redo of a show, but I performed there already. So I performed again because it was their grand exit. Like basically they were closing out the shop.
Oh, okay. Because I'm curious how rap, like how rap goes, like rap venues and stuff like that. Because all of the shows that I've been through have been like relatively just like indie bands and stuff like that. Are you reaching out to like the promoters and stuff like that? Or are the promoters like reaching out to you, or how does that work? Like you trying to get gigs?
Honestly, it's been both ways. I say the past couple ones, I've reached out. The ones before that, it was this one Cali grower man. He was booking a lot of them for me.
Yeah.
Like, he'd send me the flyers, send me the producers, and no, not the producers, the DJs, and tell me send my music and you know.
Was he like a manager for you or something, or?
No, not a manager. He just told me he messed with my music. I performed one time at a show that he was DJing, and he told me get his social medias, and he told me like he'll stay in contact and help me like get more shows.
Is that something that you're like is that something like you're open to right now, or no, like getting getting management, or?
Oh yeah, I'm actually thinking about that right now, just so you know, like I'm gonna say not necessarily spend all my time on, you know, like working, but at the end of the day, music comes, you know, like with money. You gotta promote yourself and stuff like that, and I feel like I need to take at least some time off to, you know, like just get that money stacked up. And then at the end of the day, I can't stop like my promotion, you know? So I feel like that's why I need my management, like to, you know, like be on my social media, help me post, help me promote it, send it out to people, like stuff like that.
Yeah, I feel
like,
you.
While I'm getting the money to, you know, like
cause that shit's expensive, bro. No, that shit hella. I know studio time's crazy, you know, and then paying the engineer to like get all of that shit right, you know. Cause I know for me, like I don't know, like we could talk about it if you're comfortable with it, like talking about like balancing work, like doing your day-to-day work to survive, and then funding your passion project, which for you would be rap, you know, like for you, do you have like a job that you do outside of this, or no, like outside of music, or no,
like as far as work, right?
Yeah.
I work at FedEx right now,
bruh. See, so that's the thing, like for me, I was working at Amazon for a minute, right? I was working at Amazon, and that shit was a bitch. I ain't finna lie, because I woke up actually no, I didn't wake up, but I started work at 6, so I leave at like 4 or 5, right? And then I would be like 10-hour shifts, 12-hour shifts, and I would come home at like 5 a.m., right? And then I would have a guest come here at like 10 or like 11, and then I'm trying to like
wake up still.
Wake up and then make you feel like you're engaged in like whatever we're talking about, you know what I mean? Because like I've had a couple people from town, but for the most part I have people coming from like yourself, coming from the Bay. I got people come from Merced, you know what I mean? And this is like something that they look forward to, you know? So like as the host, it's my job to like curate a vibe, make you feel comfortable, make you feel at home. On top of that, I know, damn, I just got off of work. I just woke up. You know what I mean? So has that been kind of hard for you, or has that like driven you to like, fuck, I don't want to work here anymore, like I want to get out of this shit? Or like what do you think about when you're at work? Because I know when I think about when I'm at work, I'm like, man, fuck this job. I want to go back to my shit, you know?
No, honestly, I do like, you know, have all those thoughts, but then again, like my mindset be like, I don't know, like I feel like not necessarily where I come from, but you know, like just seeing the stuff, it's like I just feel like you're either gonna make it happen, or you can like basically not dissing homeless or nothing like that, but you can just be out there and just not have nothing going on or nothing like that. And it's like not necessarily everyone's, like every single one of theirs, like not necessarily it's their choice, like every single one of theirs, because some are, you know, like felons can't get jobs and stuff, but I feel like some like chose drugs, chose not to go get jobs, chose not to, and I feel like it's their fault basically, you know?
Tell you shit, like, bro, thank you, bro. Come here, bro. I've thought the same shit, bro. Like there's someone in you know what San Antonio is at, right? Yeah. Like over there near fucking In-N-Out. Bro, I've thought the same shit, because I see like this homeless fool in front of the fuck is it called? That fucking diner, that like Swedish looking diner. What the fuck is it called? In San Antonio, it's like that. I
don't know, like that. You know, I just have been there to get gas, honestly.
Anyways, there's this one fool that posts up with a sign, right? And he's always like, oh, like I'm going through it type shit. I'm like whoever I'm with, I want to ask him, like, is it fucked up if I gave him a job application?
No,
type shit. Because I'm like, bro, I could give you $20. Or I can give you a job application. I can get you a job, right? And then that can give you constant income. Yeah. Then the $20 I was finna give you, or $5. You know what I mean? That shit always made me mad. Like like what you talking about, like with homeless people, it's like, do you really, like, is that by choice?
Yeah,
you know,
or is it? Yeah.
But then I also feel kind of like, damn, am I being insensitive to the fact? Because then I look at statistics and I'm like, okay, there's mental illness, you know, then there's like veterans that like they come back and then they're all fucked up, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then there's that substrata of people that they just want to be out there, you know, and then they're on drugs.
Yeah.
So there's like 4 different things where it's like, am I being insensitive, or am I be like, come on, just go fucking work? You know what I mean, or not?
No. I feel like definitely like it's, you know, like just the fact like you gotta like get out and make yourself like out to be something.
Yeah.
You can't rely on like everybody your whole life or somebody your whole life. At the end of the day, you're gonna, you know, like go alone.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because I know, like, for me, this would be my dream, right? Like that's my fucking dream, to just like not do it, not do anything, but like just have like a team, you know what I mean? And this is my work, you know, I get to talk to like talented people like yourself, you know, and then like I said, I'm not even fucking groomed in that in your field, you know, of like the rap game and stuff like that, you know, but to just sit here and have a conversation with someone like yourself, like to me that's like really fascinating. You know what I mean? Because that would be my dream one day, but then that's not a reality, you know what I mean? Like to, okay, well, after this, on tomorrow or the next day, I gotta go back to work. Like like when we were talking about planning this, it's like, well, I work from X to Y days, you know what I mean? And we have to make it work, you know what I mean? Like for me, it's bittersweet, but then it also makes me go harder, because it's like, man, I'm tired of this fucking shit. I want to go do my shit, you know what I mean? But so for you, I was kind of curious, like how was booking shows, like when you're asking for because I'm assuming you get a little cut of whatever show you go to, right? Or
certain ones they'll pay.
That's how it goes, right?
Yeah.
Or, as an artist, do you like, are you taking what they give you, or do you have a rate, like to perform I have an X amount of rate, or how does it work for you?
Just me being independent right now, and I say just upcoming, I just whatever they offer. Usually it's like, I'd say the lowest I got was $350.
$350 a show.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy to me? I think it was I don't think it was Gunna. It was some YouTuber. It was DDG, but he was with.
Oh, I actually watch him.
You watch DDG?
Yeah.
I watch him too. He's funny as a. Okay, on a side note, we'll get back to what I was gonna ask you. Do you really think, as someone that watched DDG, does he really talk like that in that deep ass voice? Or was y'all just talking about that? Or what?
Bro, we were watching a video. He just pulled it out again. Like he was talking regular, and he just brought it out. I was like, bro, did he just talk? I was like, did he just bring that shit out? I was like, what the fuck?
Do you think he really talks like that? Like that's his real voice, and he does his media voice, which is like the voice that we all know?
Nah, I've been watching for hella long. I think the deep voice is like a act, you know?
Oh, like, you think so? Well, what do you think, bro? What do you think? Yeah.
I feel like he like changes. If he can blur out his baby's face, how he did so good, and everything like that.
Oh yeah,
I just see that. You see that?
He's very talented, and, like really smart. Like, so I'm pretty sure he studied on it. So
I think as a census we can agree it's probably cap. Yeah. No, I don't think it's a voiceover. I think he really.
I was gonna say I feel like he's doing it, but it's
as an act.
Fake. Yeah, it's an act. So his voice.
What'd you think?
I feel like it'll be like a little cracky. That's like, okay, you trying to make your voice like, you know, hella deep like him. You know,
yeah.
Really, like, you know, like be perfect like how he does it, or is it gonna be like?
Because that shit sounds convincing as hell. Yeah. He said, "I don't total." My voice ain't deep like that. I ain't finna quick it, but.
Oh no, yeah.
No, that shit. I don't know, but yeah. What the fuck were we talking? What are we talking about right now? We're talking about DDG. What the fuck? I'm sorry. I lost my train of thought with this shit. But well, huh?
Your side note.
No, but what was I talking about before the side note? Oh shit.
Wait, it was.
Well, hey, we're all good. I'll edit my shit so we can. We're good as fuck. What the fuck? I literally didn't told you. I was like, oh, we're gonna go on a side note and I'll talk to you about whatever we're fucking talking about.
I forgot what it was though, honestly.
Damn. Hold up.
It was like the homeless thing or something. It was like something. Like
Oh, it was. Yeah.
That was, bro, that was like,
no,
that was like 3 minutes ago.
That was
Like 3
no, it was about like working and stuff like that. Like you know, like how.
No, but there was something specific that I was finna bring out. Man.
Booking shows or something.
Booking show. Oh, okay. Yeah. I think it was either Lil Durk or it was somebody, but they were talking about, oh, I only do a minimum of like 100K or like whatever the fuck it was. That's crazy. I like it wasn't really a question. It was just something I wanted to talk to you about. But like that's crazy if you think about that, like, oh, one day, like you're saying, oh, like for 350, I'll go perform. But then for these artists, they're like, oh no, I'm not doing a minimum of 50K. That's crazy if you think about that. Like that'd be beautiful for like someone like yourself that came out of like the 209 to, oh no, I ain't gonna work with you unless it's X amount of
like have standards for yourself
type shit.
Yeah,
but yeah, that's a good word for it, standards. And so that's what I would be kind of curious, like as you get bigger, how do you think that would work? Because obviously right now you're just saying like, oh, if you're gonna throw me a rate, then I'll take that, you know.
Yeah.
But I wonder, as an artist, like how do you designate your worth, you know? Because for example, as a barber, okay, I'll charge you $10, right? And then as I get more experience, okay, I'll do $20, right?
Go higher and higher.
Yeah, but then as an artist, I'm like, how do you justify your work? Is it fan base, or like how do you think you would do it then, like down the road?
Honestly, I wouldn't say I've worked with a lot of the same ones, but I'm gonna say most shows have been, you know, like the same ones hosting it, you know. So, what was the question again?
If you were gonna like, how would you down the road justify yourself, like in terms of I charge this much to show up and perform? That was the question.
Okay.
Like right now. Okay, so to reiterate it to you, so before right now, if I was a promoter, I would say, hey, Randy, like I'll pay you $500 to pull up and do a 3-song set list or whatever, right? At what point as an artist you're like, $500, I'm not finna pull up for $500? Like for me, I'm curious for you.
Okay, yeah, I get it now.
Okay.
I'd say like more so when I'm gonna say like you know, like when artists go on shows and it's like they're performing at 5 and then the next show's like at 8 and their show will end at like 7. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's just back to back. It's like you gotta pay me enough because I got no sleep, so I'm finna go and you know, like basically not necessarily like, you know, work my ass off even more, but you know, like I'm tired and doing it, you know?
That makes sense. So it's like for like your mental self type shit. Because I know like for these people, like they just helped me out. Like I just posted like an ad, like, hey, who's down? And then like I'm blessed that they like wanted to help me.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? But like before, I've had like a team that are actual editors and actual videographers and actual like producers, you know? Because like for me, you've seen me how like I run around, you know, and shit. Like I was doing that.
Oh yeah.
There's been times where I had a team where I just literally sit down. I don't do shit. I'll just sit down and they're like, all right, George. I sit down. They're like, all right, turn this shit on. I get my shit. And then they're like, do your Dougie. Everything's already done. You know what I mean? So like, I feel like as a producer, I mean, as an artist like yourself, I'm assuming that you would probably base it off of, okay, if I had 2 guys right here, right? I still gotta pay them.
Yeah.
And, you know, and then I still gotta pay myself, you know? But then that's what I was kind of curious about, like, as an artist, like, are you knowing your worth? Do you have a team? You know what I mean? Because it's like for example, you're a girl, right? Let's say 3 years from now, you're big as fuck. You know what I mean? And this is like one of your first interviews. I have the privilege to interview you at like your beginning stages, right?
Yeah.
But in like, if you look at fucking Ice Spice, she blew up in a fucking year, right? So who knows? And like, after this interview, not to say the interview is going to do anything in particular, but it's just like, let's say after this interview, 6 months from now, you blow the fuck up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, and then your girl always is like, she slides with you everywhere the fuck you go. You incorporate your price that, oh, I want to make $500 on top of, okay, well, my girl had to come away from her job, her day job, or whatever the hell she does. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying with that or no?
Like, were you asking like, what was the question?
Oh no, I wasn't really asking. I was just like conversating
yeah.
with you about it. Like, I wonder how for an artist, how does that work? You know what I mean?
Honestly, I feel like with me, honestly, I just ask them. I'd say,
like for example, like let's say like right now your girl pulled up with you. I don't know if like okay, well like when you pulling up, were you just did you happen to be free? Like today that you were free?
Yeah, it was like good, yeah.
Oh, you was free?
And like, it's good because on Sundays, Saturdays are usually her shows, so it's like Saturdays are her days off. So it's kind of like, like